to EmpowerFuse with your host, Dr. Carolyn M. Rubin. EmpowerFuse is a show of empowering messages with a focus on encouraging self-confidence, resilience, and a positive mindset. Certified life coach and 6-phase meditation trainer, Dr. Carolyn Rubin, will unleash inspiration together while igniting motivation and creativity. Dr. Rubin will discuss many topics such as healthcare, leadership, life, growth, and will add in some laughter too. So please welcome the host of EmpowerFuse, Dr. Carolyn Rubin.
Good morning. It is so great to be with you again this Saturday. Just love our time together. And I want to start out with just asking a question. Have you ever taken a look at your calendar and it is just so full? I mean, you have meetings that are booked, double booked, triple booked, and you've got deadlines that are just right around the corner. And to top it all off, you have people that need you every direction you turn. Have you ever taken a look at that calendar and asked yourself, how can my life be this full, yet I still feel this empty? We live in a world that praises being busy and that confuses movement with meaning, and it rewards us for doing more, even though our soul is saying, please, can we do less? Busy is not the same as aligned. And at some point, being productive stops producing anything that actually nourishes your spirit. Let me tell you, I have lived that season, and there are still times that I live that season. A day where everything is scheduled, yet nothing felt meaningful. Or a day when I was operating from obligation, but not purpose. And a day where my calendar was so full, yet I was not. Welcome to EmpowerFuse, unleashing inspiration together, where we ignite what's inside and we amplify what's possible. I'm Dr. Carolyn Rubin, and today we're going to have an honest conversation about alignment. It's not time management. It's life management, soul management, and energy management. Today is about the courage it takes to step off of that busy hamster wheel and step into a life that fully feels like your own. I want you to grab your EmpowerFuse journal because I have a question for you. Where in my life do I feel most busy and the least alive? Where in my life do I feel most busy, yet least alive? And answer this question. I am tired of pretending that blank still fits me. Fill in that blank. I am tired of pretending that blank still fits me. We all answer that question, and we all sit back and ask ourselves that question. And before we go deeper, I want you to put your hand right here over your heart. And I want you to take a deep breath that actually belongs to you. It's a deep breath in, hold, and exhale. Now ask yourself, when did I last give myself permission to feel what I feel without apologizing for it? When did I last give myself permission to feel what I feel without apologizing for it? Think about that a minute. Because you see, alignment begins with truth, not performance, not pretending, not perfection, just honest truth. Take another breath and let the truth rise. Let what's no longer aligned surface gently, yet honestly. You see, here's the trap that high achievers fall into. We mistake achievement for alignment. We mistake movement for meaning, and we mistake more for better. More goals, more responsibilities, more expectations, more plates spinning in the air. Let me ask you, how many hats do you wear? Or how many more hats can you wear? And how many of those hats actually belong to you? Think about it. Because here's the truth. More is not always meaningful. Sometimes more, it's just more. High achievers don't burn out from weakness. They burn out from loyalty to roles they've outgrown, loyalty to expectations that no longer align, and identities that once fit but no longer feel true. Think about that. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and when we get back, we're going to talk some more about alignment.
What if there were a super tiny device that could diagnose the brain and is smaller than a single human hair? What if you could see inside the brain to help an epilepsy patient during surgery or to help the fight against Parkinson's disease? Dr. Patricia Broderick is proud to announce the Broderick Probe, a biomedical and electronic breakthrough. Imagine a probe to help with the understanding and potential cure of brain-related diseases. To learn more, listen live to the Easy Sense radio show with host Dr. Broderick. And to help support the Broderick Foundation, please go to EasySense.com and learn how, with your help, we can fight these horrific brain disorders. That's EasySense.com to learn more and help support the Broderick Foundation. Author, radio show host, and coach John M. Hawkins reveals strategies to help gain perspective, build confidence, find clarity, achieve goals. John M. Hawkins' new book, Coached to Greatness, Unlock Your Full Potential with Limitless Growth, published by iUniverse. Hawkins reveals strategies to help readers accomplish more. He believes the book can coach them to greatness. Hawkins says that the best athletes get to the top of their sport with the help of coaches, mentors, and others. He shares guidance that helps readers reflect on what motivates them, rediscover and assess their core values, philosophies, and competencies, find settings that allow them to be the most productive, and track their progress towards accomplishing goals.
Welcome back, everyone, to EmpowerFuse, Unleashing Inspiration Together. Today, we're talking about alignment. And if you think about it, when we talk about alignment, our IQ can talk us into doing more every single day. But our EQ is actually going to feel when it's way too much. And our SQ is going to know when we are totally off mission. Your spirit always speaks first and always speaks the truth. So I want you to think about this. Where am I chasing more that actually isn't meaningful? So where am I chasing more that really isn't meaningful anymore? And if I wasn't trying to prove anything to anyone, I would let go of what? So ask yourself that question. If I wasn't trying to prove anything to anyone, what would you let go of? What no longer has meaning to you that you can let go of? I want you to let your pen tell your truth. And let your pen tell the truth of what your voice is whispering. See, listen, if we're carrying too much, listen if you've been saying yes when your whole being has whispered no over and over again. Don't do that. Don't commit to that. No. And if you're performing strength instead of living truth, there's nothing wrong with you. We all do it. You're not behind. And you're not failing. Nor are you weak. You're human. You're evolving. And you're waking up to what your soul has been telling you. So we're going to do a little bit of an alignment check. And let's see what your body is actually telling you. See, here's the internal dashboard that you have to pay attention to. Let's talk about IQ. It's your head, right? Your intelligence. What does this make sense for what I'm doing right now? Does this make sense for the season that I'm in right now? Or maybe it's your heart that's speaking to you, because how does your body feel right now? How does this align with what my heart is telling me? Because your body doesn't lie. Stress will tighten. Your shoulders are tight, your neck is tight. If you're under stress, your body's going to tell you. But if you're aligned, it's all going to soften. And your body's going to tell you that as well. But how about your soul? Your SQ. Does this move me closer to or further from my calling? Does this move me closer to or further from my calling? Now, I want you to bring one of those commitments to mind. And it can be personal or professional. And I want you to run it through your head, heart, and soul check. So head, does it align? Does it make sense for the season I'm in right now? Does this feel good in my body? And does it move me closer to or further from my calling? So what's that one commitment that you're thinking about? How does it pass your head, heart, and soul? Check. Now, I want you to take a breath, and I want you to listen inward. Your truth is not hiding from you. It's waiting for you. So let's practice something right here, right now. I want you to put your feet on the floor, and I want you to relax your shoulders. Unclench your jaw. And I want you to take one slow inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Now whisper to yourself softly, I release what drains me. I welcome what aligns me. One more time. I release what drains me, and I welcome what aligns me. That's called micro realignment. Not dramatic. It's not disruptive. It's just a return to yourself. When we take time to do a head, heart, and soul check, we can identify where we are not aligned, where we have let our busy days, our busy schedules, our busy lives take us away from our purpose, from our calling, from where we want to be. So you can realign with just one micro alignment. Taking that deep breath and just whispering to yourself, I release what drains me, and I welcome what aligns me. So ask your head, does this still make sense? Ask your heart, how does saying yes feel? And ask your soul, is this aligned with who I am becoming? Does it make sense? Does it feel good when you say yes? And are you aligned with who you're becoming? Grab your journal, because I want you to write down 2 questions. One commitment that is no longer aligned with who I'm becoming is. And one small step I can take this week is. And complete both of those sentences. One commitment that is no longer aligned with who I'm becoming is, and one small step that I can take this week is. Alignment starts with honesty, not change. When we are honest on how we feel, then we start aligning with where we want to be. And change always comes after truth. So when you're thinking through those questions and you're doing your head, heart, and soul check, you want to see if it's truly going to align. One thing, that's all you need to think about, and start aligning. Because misalignment has a cost. If you think about it, if you look back on where you don't feel aligned, if you look back on, wow, has my day really taken over my life? It really hasn't allowed me to fulfill my purpose or to stay aligned with where I want to be. Because when you look back at it, and you look back at the consequences, you realize that misalignment has a cost. Think about it. Because the price can be very high. Emotional erosion. When we're misaligned and we're not living life to our goals, to our satisfaction, we are emotionally drained. We are eroding our emotions. We're irritated. Anything can set us off. And we're numb to even the happiest moments. May not even feel real because we're numb to what's going on around us. And we're overwhelmed every day. And we're functioning, but we're really not flourishing. We're not living the life that we want to be. So we're not aligned with those goals. And pretty soon those emotions just start being on top of your day. The irritation, the numbness, the overwhelming desire to just stop the madness. This is when you need to do the head, heart, and soul check. The other way is physical. High cost for this misalignment because we're tired all the time. You get up in the morning, you're already fatigued and you haven't even started your day. You get home at night and you just want to lay down. You just want to close your eyes for 10 minutes. And there's so much tension that either your shoulders hurt or your head hurts or your whole body hurts because of the tension that you're feeling. And no matter what you try to do, it might go away for a little bit. You might be able to take care of it just for a short period of time, but it's still there. And burnout. Symptoms that will continue to just push back, push past until such a time we can't push anymore. Your body can only take so much. And we feel that. And when our body tells us the truth, but our mind refuses to listen, then we could have relational erosion as well. Where physically we're here, but emotionally we're absent. We're not at the dinner table with everybody else. We might be sitting there, but our mind is elsewhere, either on the meetings that took place that day or what's coming up tomorrow, but they're not with family. You're not with your friends. You're sitting there, but emotionally you're not there. Maybe the meeting that you're sitting in right now, you're exhausted. Even though you just slept 10 hours, you come in and you're already exhausted and you're drinking coffee just so you just keep things moving, right? And you're accomplishing, but are you actually connecting? Are you making a difference? Or are you just checking a box? Because you're just making your way through. You're just making your way through the calendar. You're just taking on the motions. You're just checking the box to say one more thing done. Think about it. I have seen chronic misalignment, and I have seen what it does to teams, to cultures, to humanity. When we are misaligned, everyone feels it. They feel the tension. They feel the emptiness. So think about how you feel right now. Are you aligned? Or is your body telling you you might be a little misaligned? Think about that while we take this next commercial break, and we'll be back in a couple of minutes.
Did you know that your beliefs create your entire reality, but it's the subconscious beliefs that do most of the creating? Belief shifter and life coach Shiraz can help you identify those limiting beliefs and eliminate them, often in a single session.
Like, it was almost instant. Like, I had relief right away.
Creating better health, relationships, careers, and finances. Let Shiraz help you step out of safety and into awareness.
Definitely something's happening. It's like a flow inside. Yeah, it feels good.
Whether in person or online, Shiraz provides personal coaching, belief shifting. Visit Shiraz at energeticmagic.com or call 416-529-7429. Energetic Magic. Find your greater happiness. Be well. Be aware. Be magical.
Are you struggling to care for elderly parents or a spouse? Do you wonder if being a caregiver is making you sick? Are you worried about taking time off work to care for elderly parents and balance work, life, and caregiving? Has caregiving become exhausting and emotionally draining? Are you an aging adult who wants to remain independent, but you're not sure how? I'm Pamela D. Wilson. Join me for the Caring Generation radio show for caregivers and aging adults, Wednesday evenings, 6 Pacific, 7 Mountain, 8 Central, and 9 Eastern, where I answer these questions and share tips for managing stress, family relationships, health, well-being, and more. Podcasts and transcripts of the Caring Generation are on my website, PamelaDWilson.com, plus my caregiving library, online caregiver support programs, and programs for corporations interested in supporting working caregivers. Help, hope, and support for caregivers is here on the Caring Generation and PamelaDWilson.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to EmpowerFuse, Unleashing Inspiration Together. When we went on break, we were talking about misalignment. And when misalignment happens, everyone feels it. So I have a question for you. Where is misalignment stealing the best of you from the people you love most? What do you think about that? Where is misalignment stealing the best of you from the people that love you most? And then grab your journal, because I also want you to write down these two questions. The version of me that my family and team deserve is. The version of me my family or team deserves is. And then what needs to change so that version of me can actually breathe? What needs to change so that version of me can actually breathe? See, sometimes the people we love most get the leftovers of the life draining us. Alignment returns us to ourselves and back to them. So it's time to take that heart, head, and soul check. And make sure that you're not spending money on misalignment. You're not spending time on misalignment. You're getting back to where your soul is telling you you need to be the best version of yourself. Now, you don't need to blow up your life to realign it. So please, don't just go out and quit everything, but take time to think about that one thing. Because you do it in micro alignments. We do it in what we call micro shifts. One little step at a time. Here's one. It's called One Brave Boundary. So, where is one place that you can say no? Now, say it with love, say it with truth, but where is one place that you can say no to start realigning? Or where's your one sacred window? Each day, do you have 10 to 15 minutes set aside just for yourself every day It just belongs to you. Maybe it's to take a hot bath. Maybe it's to go take a walk. But where are you taking 10 to 15 minutes to align? Think about it. You have that. Do you need to block it on your calendar? Please do so. But that one sacred window belongs to you. And then I also want you to have one honest conversation every day. Honesty is not a conflict, but it is stewardship. So take a look in the mirror and have one honest conversation with yourself each day. Am I aligned? If I'm looking at my calendar right now, is there something on this calendar that I'm not aligned with that I can also say no to? So have that honest conversation. And I also want you to have one aligned yes. A small step toward a dream your spirit is tired of holding on to quietly. What is that one small aligned step that you say yes to? Small step takes you towards a dream that you've been holding out on, but your spirit says it's time to move forward. Your head, your heart, your soul is telling you it's time to move forward. Alignment isn't about doing less. There's going to be days we can't. It's really not about doing less. It's about doing what matters most and doing it with the fullest version of you. So we say that again. It's not about doing less. It's about doing what matters most with the fullest version of you. Grab your journal. Because I want you to write down one micro alignment this week that I can do will be. What's one micro alignment that you can do this week? And then I want you to put down a day and time that you will do it. Hold yourself accountable. What's one micro alignment I can do this week, and I will do it by this date and this time? See, it's one shift. One little shift that can start aligning you and getting you off of that hamster wheel of busy. One breath. One brave moment. Alignment begins in those micro moments that feel almost invisible until they're not. Those micro moments start changing your world and starts realigning your life to what matters most to you. And you may not see it at the very beginning, but every micro moment you do becomes more visible. You're more present. You're more engaged. You're emotionally involved. Your family will notice it. Your team will notice it. Because you're taking time to make that shift. You're taking time to take that head, heart, soul check. Calendars may not free up as quickly as we want them, especially if we are still working, whether we have a full-time job, whether we're an entrepreneur, whether we are part-time. It doesn't matter what our role is. But sometimes life just gets going so fast that we just find ourselves getting through the motion, going through the motions, getting up, getting dressed, going to work, going to meetings, coming home, making dinner. You're going through the motions. And pretty soon you start asking yourself, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? And it's all about alignment. It's about being misaligned after continual just day after day. So let's get off that hamster wheel of busy. And let's start taking little micro moments to get our life back where we want it. One shift, one breath, one moment. Alignment begins in the little micro moments, and they will feel almost invisible, but one day they won't. I'm going to ask you this. If your life could whisper one truth to you right now, what would it say? If your life could whisper one truth to you right now, what would it say? Would it say, keep going? Or would it say, please slow down? Or maybe your life would say, please turn here. Because it might also be saying, come home to yourself. So if your life could whisper one truth to you right now, what would it be? Keep going, slow down, turn here, or come home to yourself. This is where alignment becomes your living legacy. When you are aligned, your presence is so much gentler. It's there, and your energy is cleaner. People feel it. You're energized. You're energetic. They feel energetic because they feel the energy around you, and your voice becomes clearer, and your purpose becomes louder. So your life will finally feel like it belongs to you. When you are aligned, your life belongs to you. I want you to think about this in your future self. I want you to picture yourself aligned. This is your future self. Picture the aligned you. And then I want you to picture the peaceful you, the powerful you. Now, I want you to picture your posture. Stand tall. What's your environment? I want you to see all of this. And then I want you to see your peace. I want you to see your future self at peace. And then I want you to know your future self is waiting for you. So grab your journal. Because I want you to write these 3 things down before we take our next commercial break. I am most alive when I am. I am most alive when I am. The work that feels like worship to me is. the work that feels like worship to me is, and the impact I want to have in this season is. The impact I want to have in this season is. Your aligned self is not a fantasy, it's the future truth that's calling you forward. So please fill out those 3 questions while we're on commercial break, and we'll be back in just a couple of minutes.
Author, radio show host, and coach John M. Hawkins reveals strategies to help gain perspective, build confidence, find clarity, achieve goals. John M. Hawkins' new book, Coached to Greatness, Unlock Your Full Potential with Limitless Growth, published by iUniverse. Hawkins reveals strategies to help readers accomplish more. He believes the book can coach them to greatness. Hawkins says that the best athletes get to the top of their sport with the help of coaches, mentors, and others. He shares guidance that helps readers reflect on what motivates them, rediscover and assess their core values, philosophies, and competencies, find settings that allow them to be the most productive, and track their progress towards accomplishing goals. Did you know that your beliefs create your entire reality, but it's the subconscious beliefs that do most of the creating? Belief shifter and life coach Shiraz can help you identify those limiting beliefs and eliminate them, often in a single session.
Like it was almost instant, like I had relief right away.
Creating better health, relationships, careers, and finances. Let Shiraz help you step out of safety and into awareness.
Definitely something's happening. It's like a flow inside. It feels good.
Whether in person or online, Shiraz provides personal coaching, belief shifting. Visit Shiraz at energeticmagic.com or call 416-529-7429. Energetic Magic. Find your greater happiness. Be well. Be aware. Be magical.
Welcome back to EmpowerFuse, Unleashing Inspiration Together. We've been talking today about alignment and how busy is not the goal. Aligned is. When we do our heart, head, and soul check, we find where misalignment can be. We've learned how to recognize it. We've learned how to use the head, heart, and soul check. And we've talked through different micro shifts to start making a change. How to live a life that feels honest, whole, and on purpose. And I want you to really have those moments that we discussed. The opportunity to say no gently. The opportunity to say yes, please. And the time for yourself, that 10 to 15 minutes every single day. And that honest conversation that we all need to have. See, when we take that time, then we're off of the hamster wheel of busy. We figure out what brings joy back to our life, and we figure out how to achieve what we are to become versus just living the life of busy. This week, take those 10 minutes and ask yourself, does this match my calling or just my conditioning? Take a look at your life. Take a look at your day. Take a look at what's going around you. Where is misalignment costing you? So ask yourself, does this match my calling or just my conditioning? See, you're not created to live a life that looks full on the outside. We're not created for that. We're created to live a life that feels aligned on the inside. And if all you are is busy on the outside, then you're missing out on a lot of life. So let's start getting aligned with where we want to be. Because we're not created to look busy on the outside. We're created to live a life that's aligned on the inside. Head, heart, soul, check. Your alignment is not just for you. Remember that. The people you lead feel it. The people you love benefit from it. And your future self depends on it. Every aligned decision you make is a seed planted in your legacy. So you're shaping the world around you, but in real time, through the choices that you make in private. And you're shaping the world around you, and in real time, it's because of the choices you make in private. I want you to enjoy life, enjoy your friends, enjoy your family, enjoy this weekend. And until we meet again, please ignite what's inside. Amplify what's possible, but honor the person that you are becoming, one aligned choice at a time. God bless you. Stay blessed in everything that you're doing. Stay safe. And until next Saturday, have a very aligned life. Bye-bye, everyone.
This has been EmpowerFuse with your host, Dr. Carolyn M. Rubin. Join us each week as Carolyn brings individuals together to share ideas, to collectively support each other, and to spark inspiration. Saturdays, 11 a.m. Eastern.